Hi everyone. Today's topic is self-care. I'm excited to share with you my thoughts on what self-care is, what it isn't, and the best way for you to incorporate it into your daily life. Okay, so self-care recently has been sort of co-opted and viewed and alluded to as something that's expensive, as, treat yourself. But there are more forms of self-care besides just the ones that match up with capitalism and that ask you to spend lots of money. All right, but I want to talk about both, to be honest. Both categories, I think, serve a purpose and exist for a reason. And us as humans, we need different things on different days. I mean, I think we always need like sleep and food and love, but some days we need more action, more adventure. Some days we need more relaxation, more calm. Some days we want more socializing. Other days we want to be alone. And it depends on your personality. Me as a highly sensitive person, I need different things in different doses, different amounts, maybe, than folks who aren't highly sensitive. And so, knowing and checking in with yourself every day is going to be a huge part of self-care. Whether it's, the more treat yourself, fun ones that cost money, or the ones that are free but cost more time and energy and usually more courage. The bugs are getting me. So speaking of like the fun self-care or the self-care that costs money, I'm obsessed with travel. I love traveling. I love exploring, trying new foods, learning about other cultures. I love imagining like, if I lived here, if this was my home, like what would life be like going to the grocery store, where would I work, where would I take the kids to have fun. So anyway, I love traveling and adventure and seeing new things and trying new activities and new foods. But also in the realm of self-care that costs money, I just had a hair appointment today. And it absolutely felt like self-care. It was so lovely to have somebody else wash my hair, and blow dry it and put some curls in it. Although I think the humidity is getting the best of that. But it absolutely felt lovely. And I haven't because of the pandemic, but I miss getting massages. Didn't have those growing up for sure, but, and manicures, pedicures, going out to eat for sure, going to restaurants. Those are all meaningful forms of self-care, right? It's giving, depending on what it is, right? It's giving you a break from either the stuff that you usually do yourself, especially like cooking and cleaning up after meals. But definitely those count as self-care for sure. It's just, I don't want folks to think that's all self-care is, and that self-care is just, expensive chocolates or bath bombs, and having bubble baths. And it's so much more than that, right? So those are like the more fun financial related ones. But a lot of self-care is also setting and maintaining boundaries, saying no, being honest about how you're feeling, clearly and honestly communicating with others, especially the people you love, the people you live with. Being honest if something's hurt your feelings, being honest if you need something, asking for help when you need it. I count all that as self-care. Taking a nap, resting when you need to. Of course, those other basic needs, making sure you're eating enough and when. So enough in frequency of food. Are you getting enough downtime, alone time? Are you getting enough socializing? Are you getting enough physical touch? Self-care are all those things. How much control do you have over your schedule? How much processing time or time to switch between different activities? I don't know. When I think of self-care, I really think of it as every day checking in, and not just once a day, right? But multiple times throughout the day, checking in with what do I need and am I listening to my body? Do I need to stretch? Do I need a snack? Do I need a nap? Do I want to dance around? Do I need to text someone because I miss them? You know, do I need to rearrange something? Look at the calendar again. Do I need to, have something to look forward to, schedule something to look forward to? So I really feel like self-care can be an umbrella to just so many things involved with designing your life, and self-care is about, just being a human and existing and making sure that your wellness, your physical, emotional, social, mental wellness, right, your well-being is being addressed, is a priority, right? It's kind of just, can you keep functioning as a human in this world? It's not a luxury and it's not selfish. And self-care isn't, like bulldozing someone else down in the process, right? And I know it can be hard if part of your self-care is canceling a plan, right? Or not doing something, and that, maybe someone's going to be disappointed. But again, there's ways to go about that are not, harmful or aggressive, or neglectful or abusive, right? I know not everyone watching are parents, but I know oftentimes parents can feel extremely guilty if, and feel like it's a choice between yourself or your child. How do you do that? And we all know the cliche airplane oxygen mask. But there's just so many ways that it doesn't have to be like a zero-sum game. It doesn't have to be like, well, if I sleep, then they're like abandoned, right? Or if I eat this food, then they're gonna go hungry, or if I say we're not going to the fair this week, but we'll go next week because that's better for your nervous system. There's other things. People can adapt. We can all care for one another and pay attention to our expectations. All right, but society really puts a lot on folks, and I just want to put it out there that self-care is not a luxury, it is not selfish, and it doesn't mean you're going to be destroying the people you love. In fact, it will not only make you just function as a human better, but it'll also for sure make you be better in all your roles, right? You will be better at your career, you will be better, a better partner. If you have a partner, you're going to be a better parent if you have children. Really, everyone wins. Everyone wins when folks are well rested, loved, fulfilled, and right, you can shine your light, you can put good out in the world when you're taken care of. Most of us do not want, to be on the receiving end of someone who's, resentful and frustrated and burnt out and impatient and, struggling to control emotions and then, making mistakes, right? Whether it's like professionally or someone you love, right? We don't usually want to be on the receiving end of folks who are really burned out and unhappy. And so whatever we can do to make self-care accessible, normal, daily decision making, and again, not just like a fun luxury, even though it is fun to have a fresh haircut. All right, everyone. I'd love to hear your favorite self-care activity. It's hard for me to vote between sleeping, eating, and traveling, but probably one of those. Naps. I love naps. I'm pro naps. Yeah. All right, everyone. Take care.